I'm Travis Wayne Goodsell, and I typically only let you guys see videos on my channels, but I also do vlogs. They're my own personal journal vlogs, and after doing the one this morning, I thought I would share with you about this journal entry thing that I do through digital videos. So enjoy. Travis Wayne Goodsell. It's June 13th, 2021. It's about 4:11 a.m. During my run today, I saw a meteorite head toward the Big Dipper, and of course I remember my cup spilleth over, which I now recognize as a time of the year when the Big Dipper is tipped. Right now it's still level. I noticed a lot of brand new vehicles this morning. One of them I even recognized the dealership paper in the window, and not just by driving by, but coming in and out of the neighborhoods. They're not the typical vehicles for this neighborhood. And knowing criminals, they tend to steal cars and then use the stolen vehicles to commit crimes, theft and such, snatch and grabs. And I even saw two pairs of vehicles that were coming. Well, I think one was going in the neighborhood. One set was coming in the neighborhood. The other set was coming out of the neighborhood. And the vehicles were looking very much the same. That was also disturbing. But there's nothing I can do about it. The West Valley City Police said they're not going to respond to any of my calls for help or the main line or whatever, 911 or the regular line. I'd be wasting my time. But yeah, I thought I would share that. I should check for the Big Dipper, shouldn't I? When it's tipping. But I kind of wondered, as I thought maybe the strike was a signal to me that the time was drawing near for the deaths of the prophets, as signaled by the patterns of lunar eclipses, as we're in that time frame for deaths of prophets, if not one for Nelson himself, just for Nelson himself. So I'm curious by that. I do feel like Moroni, when he talks about how he is surprised that he's still alive and has room left on the plates, and so he continues to write and puts in stuff from his father and such. But I feel that same way, in that earlier this year I started getting the inspiration that my mission was over, to warn the people. But even though YouTube shut me down for 2 weeks, I went to the other channel, and again, I thought, this was all coincidentally timed, but I'm still able to post videos. I am running out of storage space, and so, yeah, for that sake, it would be nice to have it come and be done with, so that I can move on with the next phase. I had developed a book idea, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it if some kind of an event will cause an exodus. The church is already forcing an exodus, along with Utah, trying to kick as many people out, kill off as many people as possible, torture as many people. But where is it? Oh, there it is. Last night before going to bed, I realized that we should expand the 2 pyramid cities. Have a pyramid for storehouse supplies to distribute to the pyramid cities, and one for growing of food, such that it would all be pointed towards sunlight during the daytime, and that you can have the harvesters and the planter things in the various levels of the pyramid, and such that it would be half the pyramid, and then the other half would be for the machinery and the temporary storing of the harvested food, and storage of the seed for planting, and then be taken over to the manufacturing pyramid, and then taken to the supply storehouse pyramid. And then there would be pyramids for mammals, reptiles, fish, birds. Birds would be the unique one in that they would require a glass dome, so that they can have the impression of being outside, but we'd need some kind of a vining, so that they don't get deceived into thinking that it's open air and bash into the glass. So we need to protect them in that manner. And of course we'd have to provide a circle of life food chain to keep them going, but at the same time use them for food, for population control, because the pyramids would only be a certain size, and would be sufficient so that we could harvest enough for the needs of the communities, for the people in the pyramids. I realized that also is necessary, because instead of an ark for the flood that occurred in 10,500 BCE, we would need pyramids to protect us from the earth, the intense heat and the pollution that has been done to this earth, and the methane gases that are expected to leak into the atmosphere, making it unbreathable. So we need some kind of protection on earth, and a pyramid would do better than a dome. It would obviously rely on solar power. We'd have to make it durable enough to withstand storms. And got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time to preserve life on Earth. Alright, so I've got the church symbol video to put up today. I did that before my run. Do that after I save this vlog video. I've been thinking about doing a series today of helping people understand how to identify their Christ from the Book of Mormon, and then from all scriptures, actually. Doctrine and Covenants goes over some, and of course other scriptures. But I was originally starting with the Book of Mormon, as the Book of Mormon talks about that concept of looking for the signs of Christ, and so that you can know Him when He comes, and all prophecies testify of Christ. And that's what led into all scriptures, so I can show people how it's done, because the scriptures are stories, and Mormons think, oh, it's only the prophets, not the stories, because they believe the stories are literal histories, and they're not. They're prophecies. So I'll need to instruct them on how to do that, even though it's not too late. But again, I've got room on the plates, and I'm not dead yet, so that's what I got planned for today, I guess.